Hello friends, welcome to another Gecko's Gaming video. Today I got another sweet brew for you. I've been working on this deck, the Mono Black Splash Blue deck, and I have one other previous video for it, but this deck I've been working on a little bit more, tuning it. This is a lot better than my previous version, and I've also gotten better at playing it. So this is basically the idea is Mono Black has incredible card advantage, incredible explosivity, really good power with Shield Dread, One Ring, excellent utility with Deathrite, Shaman, discard spells, Bowmasters. All the sweepers I want to play are in black. Um, the only thing is it doesn't have a lot of ways to close games and to get recurring card advantage. So if you're not getting Shield Dread to close games, and if you're not getting the One Ring for card advantage, a lot of times you just peter out. Makes it hard to put a fast clock on combo decks, and it also makes it hard to get like recurring card advantage and have kind of a diversity of threats. And so this deck is splashing Psychic Frog to address that issue. So Psychic Frog closes games quickly. It synchronizes very well with the One Ring to close incredibly fast. Once you start drawing lots of cards off the One Ring, discarding them to the Frog, the opponent will die pretty fast. We have plenty of cards in the graveyard to exile for it. This deck just barely even uses the graveyard, other than Psychic Frog. And it's a recurring source of card advantage. It's a flexible threat. It's a good blocker when we need it to be a blocker. So the way to think about this is this deck is not built around Psychic Frog. This is not a Psychic Frog deck. This is a mono black deck that splashes Psychic Frog because it checks all the boxes of what the deck was lacking before. And then other than that, we just have a lot of fast cards. I'm trying to tool this to beat Boros decks because that's all I ever run into. It's like 90% Boros on the ladder. So this deck, I'm tooling it to have a good game against Boros. So I got Meathook and Deluge in the main, Tutor to get them out. Bowmasters is good. John the Lock is good against them. Bloodchief's Thirst and Fatal Push. We got 5 1-mana removal spells. We got a lot of action early on. And you might be asking yourself, hey, why aren't we playing Scam Package in here? The answer is the same. It's because we're trying to beat Boros, and Scam is terrible against Boros. And I don't really want to be giving myself card disadvantage in that way. This deck does obviously lend itself quite well to a Scam Package. I do have another version of this that does play Grief and Reanimate and go that route. I think it's good. Like, it's definitely good in this deck. You know, we know that the One Ring goes well with Scam, and Dark Ritual, and Psychic Frog being able to take advantage of the tempo and put fast pressure on them. However, Psychic Frog also wants cards in hand, and the Scam decks often, you know, you're giving yourself a 2-for-1 often early on to try to get a temporary advantage over the opponent's hand. So in some ways, Psychic Frog would rather not have a Scam package, like, because you need to have plenty of cards to discard. But, you know, it also does go well with it, like, in some ways, because Scam has extra cards, like if you're playing Not Dead Yet or things like that. Scam has a lot of cards that are bad, like top decks later on, and Psychic Frog fixes that for you. And it also pitches the Scam itself. So this could easily be a Scam deck. The reason it's not a Scam deck right now is because I want to have a better game against Boros. And yeah, the sideboard, let's see, we got Surgicals for combo and graveyard type Arclight Phoenix, that kind of a thing. I bring them in against Show and Tell, they do well there. We got the 4 Thoughtseize. We have a Pithing Needle and a Disruptive Flute. Part of the reason that we have one of each is because we have Demonic Tutor, so we can get whichever one is better at the time. I want to have the 1-mana Pithing Needle because oftentimes the 1-mana tempo advantage is a huge deal. And if I can turn 3 or even like turn 1, Dark Ritual, Demonic Tutor, Pithing Needle, it's a big deal. It's the 1-mana cost does matter quite a bit in this format. This is a fast format. However, Disruptive Flute, sometimes you want the speed, sometimes Disruptive Flute I bring in against Show and Tell because the speed, I can hold up counter spells, and I can also make their Show and Tell cost 3 more. So, and then if I ever have a deck that's got like a ton of activated abilities, I need both. You know, they're both there. So that's the idea behind that. Vexing Baubles, mostly are here for beans. Um, you know, it comes in other places too. I'll bring it in against Show and Tell. It's a little bit of a speed bump there for them. Test of Talents is for Show and Tell pretty much exclusively. You could maybe bring it in against Control too. Stone of Eric is for Mardu and Naya type decks, like creature decks that do recurring creature stuff. Legion's End is for Boros. I'm not totally happy with this Legion's End. I'm not sure. There's like one more spot I want to put in here, and I have Legion's End, or like two for Boros decks, and I have Legion's End and Sorin. I'm not super impressed with either of these, but I'm kind of in the market for something better. So let me know if you have any ideas. I did have a second Bloodchief's Thirst in there before, but you know, when they're casting a Johnny and you're like answering it with a one, you know, like they're getting 2-for-1s and stuff like that pretty easily. Um, so Legion's End can really mess them up if you hit him early on with it. Um, but yeah, these are questionable. Toxic Deluge, obviously, really good against Boros and other creature decks. Just got the second one in the sideboard. And then Treasure Cruise, you know, I might actually put 3 Deluge in because if I had the wild cards, I just don't feel like spending another wild card right now. That's why I have Legion's End. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think they're comparable. Treasure Cruise, these are for control decks and Scam to just like keep drawing um, extra source of card advantage. So yeah, that's the deck. Let's hop into some games. Hey, just a quick addendum to the deck intro. Two things I want to mention. One is John the Lock is really good in here because you have lots of 1 mana removal spells and discard spells. So John the Lock does really well in here. It's often on pretty early, and it can often take out very big things pretty quickly. And the second thing I want to mention is that I'm doing this deck tech after my set of games, so you'll see a slightly different deck configuration in some of the games I'm playing because I changed it afterwards just from more knowledge and more playing of the deck. But yeah, that's all. Enjoy. I'm going to play a little bit more conservatively too. Like I'm not going to double Dark Ritual Shield Dread out on turn 1 just to have it get Static Prisons or something, you know. That was like the worst. That was the worst. Hello. That's not what we needed, but that's okay. Go ahead and lead with the Deathrite Shaman. Opponent did mulligan once. I mean, on turn 3 we can start chaining One Rings, so I guess it's not the worst. As long as this Deathrite Shaman lives. Got 2 lands in the yard already. So it looks like we're up against blue black. Oh no, it's Sultai. Interesting. Let's see what they're playing. If it's Sultai, it could be anything. They could be on one of those Sultai mid-rangey decks, or it could be Show and Tell. If it's Show and Tell, then we are screwed because our hand doesn't do anything against Show and Tell. Sweet Island.
gonna take their time in response. Yep. Okay. See if we can jam a one ring here. Draw now before we could get bow mastered. Sure. Okay. So he's playing a Dark Ritual version. These are all cards we could maybe bring in. I don't want Pithy Needle, actually. Then we cut Thirst. We cut Meat Hook. Cut Fatal Push. Cut the Sweepers. And then we're looking at something like this. I guess I need to make one more cut. Is Ashiok even good? Kind of Death Right. It's you know it's kind of mid here. Yes, I can ramp out, but don't really need more than one for that. Got the ley line. They have a ley line. That is unfortunate. They don't. Sweet. kind of a tough choice. Take assemble a team or omniscience. Oh, it's like just starting to pour here, and all the windows open. I'll be right back. All right, we got some of them closed. I think we're good. Oh shoot, I didn't realize that to wait for that to resolve. That's my bad. Sorry. Old psychic frog giving me too much priority. Yeah, I'll just cut the build masters anyway since I can't cast it this turn. Nice. He doesn't have it. Surveil just needs him a little bit. Something to just throw him off a little bit more. Oh, I already used my surveil land. Okay. I just enabled him to be able to dig, unfortunately, so John the Lock is now useless. The opponent needs to find two cards here, and I guess they maybe need to find more than two because if they just have show and tell and omniscience, it's not enough based on what's in their hand. They need to have a little bit more gas. Um, hmm. Okay.
Should have gotten the show and tell. What was I thinking there? Might have just punted. Ay, ay, ay.
Game is quite a slog. Brainstorm again. Okay. What's the plan here? Just keep chaining Atraxas until the ring kills me? Not sure. Just checking. It says creature, not permanent, so the ring doesn't count. So we can gain 7 life, go up to 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can only do 8, so if it goes up to 11, you can still pressure him a good amount.
we're pretty much going to want to keep the same configuration. One thing that's kind of fortunate for us is it looks like they're not playing Leyline of Sanctity. Or maybe they just didn't draw it, but they went through most of their deck there, so I could have looked at their deck when I should have looked at it a little bit more when I used Surgical. I don't blame them for not playing Leyline. I'm generally not a big fan of those kind of cards. But I feel like Leyline of Sanctity in particular in like a combo deck is one of the only justifiable ways to play it, unless you're doing something proactive like in Mono Black Devotion with the Leyline of the Void, or to get the extra pips, or you know, if you're theoretically playing some kind of a red deck with like the one that does damage and that kind of stuff. But when you're just playing those as like ways to hit out your opponent, you're really giving yourself major card disadvantage throughout the game. Oh, he had the nuts. um, dang, dude. I guess I'll just take show and tell, but then he could rip a show and tell and just do it again anyways. So maybe I take Dark Ritual. You gotta take show and tell, right? Yeah. That, quite a good hand, I will say. That is a very good hand. 3, 4, 5. So if I discard 2, that would put him on a 3 turn clock. Still not great. I don't think I want to cast a One Ring here, though. It would be a real shame if I drew Dark Ritual off Psychic Frog and couldn't cast it. So you can dig here, so that does turn off my John the locks. He doesn't have a dig. Oh wait, he can't quite. Well, yeah, no, he couldn't quite dig. He can now. Three, four, five. So all right, GG. All right, back for some more frog. I'm trying to decide, should I call it swamp frog or frog black, or what is the right name? Opponent goes first. I'm actually going to keep this because we have a fetch land and a death right. It's a little risky, I know, but oh, okay. Probably up against one of those. Well, could be a lot of things. I will not speculate. Show and tell with stifle. Okay. You have another one? No. Okay. Cool.
there probably was a fair argument to getting one less mana of efficiency when I Dark Ritualed, and instead of playing Bowmasters, playing Deathrite, so that I could continue to kind of play Magic here. Deathrite would have enabled us to have enough mana to then continue to operate. But we still have a land, so I can still counter. Wait. Yeah, we have land, so I can actually counter Show and Tell. Nice. These are all cards that I think are in play to bring in. So let's see what we want to cut for them. Definitely don't need this. Don't need any of these removal spells. Don't need Meat Hook Massacre. And then at this point, oh yeah, we can also cut Blood Chasers. But then at this point, we gotta start making choices. We're on the draw, so Felder Profane, probably not that important. Since I'll be able to have an extra, like, it's not too much of a threat to my lands to cut that. I guess I'll cut a Deathrite also. A lot of disruptive elements to bring in here. Uh, I'll just keep this. I mean, really sucks because we don't have any like reasonable threats of any sort, any way to pressure them, and we also don't have any lands. But we do have. Oh yeah, I just watched I didn't stifle again. He didn't have it though. Ooh. Um, well, what we do have are some speed bumps. So I'm not gonna. I'm gonna play around Veil of Summer here, but I'm not gonna play around Spell Pierce. They usually don't play Spell Pierce. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this Vexing Bauble out here. Next turn, if he wants to assemble the team, then um, I can Thought Seize him on my next turn. We do get punished if they have Dark Ritual, but that's about it. Nope. Alright, they're still holding up Veil of Summer, so I'm going to play another Vexing Bauble. Spell Pierce, okay. So unless they hit a fetch land or another way to shuffle, they've now brainstorm locked themselves. It's good news for us. Okay, they got what they need. They got some good cards there. I did not have an answer for Atraxa. Let's see, what could I tutor for? Ah, I got John in the lock. Okay. Alright, so here's the move. She costs 7. 7 cards in the graveyard.
They got Hull Breakers. Oh, they got Deshaun's Tidebinder. They got a few other. So they do have a couple ways to win in the deck still. They do have Mastermind's Acquisition where they can maybe get something in good out of the sideboard. The Tidebinders could, I guess, theoretically win a game or something. But I guess Hullbreaker Horror if they get up to 7 mana. That would be pretty good. Next turn we're gonna stick the Shield Dread and start putting some serious pressure on them. Try to get that mana drain out of their hand. Okay. Nice. All right, good game, good game. Not a great hand. How much faith can we put in the frog? Frog and basically 6 lands. I do a couple surveils. Gigantha, so it's probably Boros. I should mulligan. This is a pretty good hand. Put back. Thoughts easy for up against Boros. I'll keep that. That's fine. We'll just deluge next turn. Okay, I'll keep a frog here. Seems pretty good. Pretty good deluge there. Um, Still got 2 fail pushes left. Looks like they're not playing Marty, just straight up Boros. This is a matchup that's been kind of tough for me so far. So they always have a discharge. Oh, they got swords this time. Okay, sure. The main problem running into this deck is that their removal is just too good. I'm actually just going to pass since I have these dark rituals. There's not much tempo disadvantage to lose, and it really looks like they just have a grip full of removal right now since they're not playing anything. And okay, they're getting flooded, fortunately for us. But we need to get some action going over here. Um, yeah, I guess I'll take this block. I don't want to deal with the Ragavan.
I don't have any more Silvera lands here, so I might as well just wait till he hits me. Because otherwise I could like surveil a bad card to the top and or like a land. I suppose we should play around Blood Moon. Jeez. Okay. One of the problems with this deck is it really stalls out if it doesn't hit the One Ring. That's one reason I wanted to include Psychic Fog, just have another source of card advantage. We need to start getting something going here. At least the Billmasters does something. Really want to draw a One Ring. Like, really badly. Sure. I'm just gonna get killed by unstable amulets. Ah. There it is. Finally. Finally. But we gotta get life. These unstable amulets are gonna kill us. So the One Ring doesn't even really give me protection from them, I don't think. Well, yeah, it does. Because it's red damage, right? So it gives me protection from red. Not sure about that. Guess we'll find out. Might as well have saved that actually, because since I have protection this turn, I could see what it does next turn. Like if there's a bigger threat I want to take out. Okay, well at least that's going to be taxing his energy, so. Or maybe not, maybe he doesn't even care. Let's see. See what we get. Another land, thank you. Okay, I got another land too though. We're both just getting flooded out. Ugh. Come on, man. Alright, luckily that doesn't do anything for them, so it's good, because I don't have anything for them to destroy. Oh, I see. This is doing damage to me. Okay. Interesting. Oh yeah, nice, nice. All right, good line. Good beats. I don't know. It's just like the removal is just unbeatable, man. The removal is unbeatable. The only way to beat Boros is to just not play permanents, not play non-land permanents. They had Gigantha? Yeah, they had Gigantha, so probably playing Flage is safe to assume. And if they're playing Flage, I may want. Actually, I already have Deathrite, so I guess that'll be fine. I can just never. Like, my creatures just never stand a chance against their removal, so it kind of defeats the purpose of. Yeah, this text is not good against Boros, and something I've been working on, but. Like, even then, like, we had like a gift. Like, we had a really good start against them. They flooded out forever. But wasn't enough because they just any of our threats they can answer very easily. They buried us in card advantage. They removed the one ring for 1 mana. That's just how it goes. That's why I'm a fan of combo decks against Boros. That's why combo decks are good because it invalidates all those removal spells that are just like insanely overpowered. That's why I've been working on the Tainted Pact list. You can check out that in another video. I also like Omnitel. I might just like cough up the wild cards. Like if I actually want to stop playing jank and if I actually wish to just stop playing jank and going down the ladder and decide to I just want to climb, I'll just scoop up Omnitel and play that. Another one. Um, okay, let's hit some lands. I'd rather keep the. Oh yeah, he's got a removal spell. Okay. I'll get blown out, but at least I get another removal out of his hand so that when I eventually get to a threat, it'll work. Come on, give me a land. Sweet. 6 energy. Okay. Yep, there's the flage. I mean, I don't think that I don't know like what we have for outs. It's like just impossible to beat with a mid-rangey deck like this. Or at least it seems that way sometimes. That's pretty good. See if we can hit a dark ritual. We got it land. Is that going to be enough? No, we'll be one short. Okay, well, jam another ring then. Do it next turn. Do the massacre next turn. Cool. I mean, actually, he's gonna pump one of these with the Guide of Souls. So if he chooses to pump a big creature, which is the right call, no, okay. See, most of the black sweepers are like neg X. So the right call for the opponent there would have been to just pump up the Gigantha or like his 5/4. But now I can actually hit everything with my sweeper. Just double checking. I got 4 or 5. Yeah, I got 5. X equals 5, so it's pretty good. Getting a bunch of life here too. Next turn, we got Shield Dread and Bullmasters. We also have Deluge, take out whatever he brings back. He's bringing back Flage. So we'll probably have to Deluge again. I think, yeah, we can Deluge plus Shield Dread. I'm gonna get my black green with this so that I can take his Flage out of the graveyard. He'll be able to bring it back at least one more time. Now they have two flages in the graveyard. Next turn I'll have 9 mana. Aha, I did damage. Alright. Let's see. They still have 5 more, so they'll pretty soon be able to bring Flage back again if I kill it. But I think we have to kill it anyways. But first I'm going to play... Actually, how much does 1 life matter? Probably not that much. I know I have at least 1 more basic swamp in here. I'm going to get that swamp out. I also have another Undercity Sewers. But I don't know how much mana I'll end up needing this turn, so... Alright, that's GG. That is GG. Yeah. Actually, not quite, I guess. Um, I think I have... See how many shield jets I have left in here. Oh, I got 2 left. So he'll come back and do 3. 3 plus 2 is 5, and then I lose 4 on my upkeep. I got a block. Probably dead. Is there anything I could tutor out, though? Let's see. What do I got left in here? Oh yeah, I could get a 1 ring. That's obviously the move.
I should have Inquisition first. That's okay. See what the frog can do. Um, okay. I actually don't really care about that. Oh, they don't have any instant or sorceries in their graveyard? Okay. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, they're dead. All right, that was wild comeback there. Start of Eric is interesting because it does turn off Ajani from being able to flip. I don't know if it's good enough to bring in just for that. I have it here for the Maru or the Naya type decks more so. But if I have anything bad in here, maybe I'll consider it. Let's see. No, I think the deck's all pretty decent, so we'll just lean on Deathrite Shaman for Graveyard Hate and Pithing Needle to take care of a flip to Ajani. Yeah, turn it back. Opponent mulliganed. This is not a good hand. I should maybe mulligan too. I mean, I have 2 cards that have action and I have 5 mana sources. I have a bunch of Surveil. I could Surveil twice. I'll keep it. It is a little bit more questionable on the draw since I don't do anything until turn 2. It's really enough time for them to, like, you know, freak out and start flipping all kinds of things and getting 3/4 flyers and stuff. Go ahead and pop a Deathrite out here. Another Guide of Souls. It's a lot of energy. Okay. I only have 2 cards left, and they're playing around. They're playing around Bullmasters. So as long as we're just chilling and passing here, I think we're doing okay. I was a little sloppy. I should have waited till those triggers resolved before I swooped in like that. But again, Blood Moon is just. I mean, this is basically a mono black deck. I don't think people often realize that because I do have, some blue cards in it, but Blood Moon's really not that good against this deck. It doesn't. I don't really care.
Another blood moon for good measure. Okay. Let's see what Shieldred has to say about the double blood moons. GG.